Nigerian politics is full of surprises. Over the years, we have seen leaders emerge from nowhere, alliances collapse overnight, and political comebacks that no one thought possible happened. Imagine this. What if former President Goodluck Jonathan decides to run for the presidency again in 2027? Would it be a welcome return? Or a shocking twist? Certainly a move that would change the political barometer entirely. Today on the People's Mic Naija, we take a deep dive into Jonathan's political story. I'm your host, Gigi. Why Jonathan might consider running, the challenges ahead, and how his candidacy could change Nigeria's future. Goodluck Jonathan's rise is one of Nigeria's most unusual political journeys. Starting as deputy governor of Bayelsa in 1999, he became governor in 2005, then vice president in 2007. In 2010, after the death of President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, Jonathan became president. In 2011, he made history as the first Nigerian president from the Niger Delta region to be elected in his own right. His time in office saw achievements in education, with at least 2 federal universities established in each of the 6 geopolitical zones in the country. Agricultural reforms that boosted food production. Oversaw key infrastructure projects. This included, but not limited to, the construction of new railways in the country. The Abuja-Kaduna Railway, construction of federal roads including the Lagos-Benin Expressway, Abuja-Lokoja Expressway, Enugu-Abakaliki Expressway, Onitsha-Owerri Highway, and most part of the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway. Construction of the second Niger Bridge between Onitsha and Asaba, which helped relieve the pressure on the old 1965 Niger Bridge, as well as the construction of airports across the country. The Akonu Ibiam Airport in Enugu was upgraded to an international airport, directly connecting the southeast region to the outside world for the first time since independence. Under Jonathan's administration, Nigeria rebased its gross domestic product for the first time in over a decade, becoming the largest economy in Africa, by overtaking South Africa and Egypt. But there were challenges. The Boko Haram insurgency, the Chibok girls' abduction, fuel subsidy removal protests, and persistent corruption allegations. Why would Jonathan even think of returning? First, unfinished business. Projects and reforms cut short by his defeat in 2015 could motivate a comeback. Second, experience. In an unpredictable political climate, experience in the highest office could be a selling point. Third, consensus candidate. If political divisions deepen, some party leaders might push him as a unifying figure between the North and South. Fourth, regional support. Jonathan still enjoys strong grassroots loyalty in the South-South and Southeast. Fifth, the constitutional provision which bars a president taking the oath of office 3 times, is in his favor. Even though he took his first oath, following the death of Yar'Adua in 2010, to complete the first term of his boss, and took his second when he outrightly won on his own in 2011, the 2018 constitutional amendment does not affect him. Subsection 3, which was added to Section 137 of the 1999 Constitution, says, and I quote, "A person who was sworn in as president to complete the term for which another person was elected as president, shall not be elected to such office for more than a single term." End of quote. But, because the Fourth Alteration Act, number 16 of 2017, was signed in 2018 and does not have retroactive application, Jonathan can effectively run in 2027 without any constitutional encumbrance. Another strength in Jonathan's political pocket is his reputation as a peaceful leader, who conceded defeat in 2015, even while the votes were still being counted. We should not also forget his famous words, that his ambition is not worth the blood of any Nigerian. But his weaknesses are also visible. Memories of corruption scandals during his tenure are very fresh. The perception of his weakness in tackling insecurity is also very strong. And the youths may see him as part of the old order, who should be completely swept away. So, what are the possible permutations if Jonathan decides to throw his hat in the ring and contest the 2027 presidential election? The PDP could rally around him if he decides to run on the party's platform, but this will certainly risk internal splits. The ruling APC would definitely be forced to re-strategize. Jonathan will pose a more formidable opponent than either Peter Obi or Atiku Abubakar. First, the promise of both Obi and Atiku that either would serve only one term, which is not binding on them, because they are entitled to 2 terms, is sacrosanct in Jonathan's case. He cannot serve more than 1 term, whether he likes it or not. Then, the coalition building up in the Africa Democratic Congress, ADC, would also push the narrative of, quote, time for something new. Some Nigerians might say, better the leader we know. Others, especially the youths, would insist, it's time to break with the past and move forward. If Goodluck Jonathan runs in 2027, it could be one of the most dramatic political sensations in Nigeria's evolving history. Will Nigerians see him as the leader to unite and rebuild the nation? Or as a symbol of an era they want to leave behind? This is the People's Mic Naija, where we separate facts from the noise. I remain your host, Gigi. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Would you vote for Jonathan in 2027? Kindly subscribe, and don't forget to like and share this video. See you in my next video.